I hope that's not an issue with the microphone. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. There we are. Good. Okay. Let's get back over to the instructions. Actually, let's pop out the chat just in case anybody shows up on the stream. There, pop out chat. And let's drag you over to this window. Gotta love these last second decisions to live stream stuff. Why are you not letting me resize the window here? Stop what you're doing here. Let me. Oh man, this mouse is fussy. I think somebody commented, but I can't see it yet. Okay, now let me stretch the window. Come on. What the heck is going on? If you're out there, give me a second. There it is. Oh, Jeff Thorson. Couldn't click fast enough. How you doing, Jeff? There we go. Okay. What's going on in that? Why is that showing up on there? What the heck is going on with that overlay? What is that? What the heck? I don't remember ever seeing this overlay. Is that an overlay where you can actually see the chat? Hang on a second here. How do I shift and drag? No. I think it's control and drag. No. Alt. How do I do that? Okay, something weird's going on here. That's what I get for impromptu live streaming. Supposed to be able to overlay the chat here apparently, but maybe it's Alt Shift. No, but I need to make this window bigger. No, that's not going to do it. That's just stretching the type. Is it the window icon? No, it's not the window icon. Control Shift. No, that's not it either. Okay, well, until I figure, let's just delete that overlay until I figure out more. No, we won't delete it. We'll just move it to the back. There we go. And let me bring out the original chat overlay. There we are. Now what's happening to that chat overlay? Okay, this is just weird. Okay, let me. Now my chat just all disappeared. Oh, there we are. MGA20X TX, good evening. And MG20TX, I have to thank you very much for what you did. That donation was very much appreciated. And I have ordered from my local supplier the parts for the Tri-Zero. So we are going to do that. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Okay, so we are at the stage. We've been doing a bit of building on this. And I have got the progress so far is, if you can kind of see here, I've got these are still loose because I don't know how I want to position these DIN rails yet. But I've got the inverted electronics started. We have the these are called, I never remember the name of those. Those are called the Ramus front idlers. These are the ones with the magnetic tops that pop off, like so, and then you can tension them. I have a feeling I'm going to have to take these apart to tighten, to run the belts, because it looks like it's a very tight belt path in there. But the beauty is these things come apart super easy for tightening the belt. So So we've made, and I just lost my chat window again. There, it's back. Cool, cool. There we go. Okay. And so we've got that done. I have the bed, the frame bed mounts done, the 3 frame bed mounts. The orange and gray look great together. And this is all Polymaker Sparkle ABS that we're running this on. So of course we have the AB motors mounted with the back, and we got this all centered up properly on the back, the third Z rail. And now we're at a point where I need to turn the thing upside down according to the instructions. So we're going to do that. And some screw just fell out. Oh, I know why that fell out. Because I haven't tightened up the DIN rail things here, because I need to position them, but I loosened that one off a little bit too much. So let's just put that back in there. I loosened those screws off so I could slide those DIN rails any which way till I figure out exactly how I want to do those. So, but we'll get to that once we start a few different things. I'm not expecting many people are going to pop on tonight, this being very last minute, but anyway, so we're going to turn that upside down. I can't really, I guess I can bring this camera in a little closer. I didn't even really think about camera angles and everything tonight. I just thought I'll just do a little bit of building and go live so some people can watch. There we go. Let's just, for curiosity, see how many viewers we do have. Go to there. It looks like we have 4 people. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Back to my destruction. So we flipped it upside down. Oh, and here's where we're going to put the motors in. Okay, so motor orientation we're going to face towards. Okie doke. So we have our motors here. They're all 3 the same. I don't think it matters which goes where. It's just the orientation of the plugs. These are great. Okay, so according to that, we're going to orient the plugs towards the inside of the printer. So we're going to come down through here. And oh, these I shouldn't have put the feet on yet. Maybe I shouldn't have put these feet on yet. They're going to kind of, yeah, the feet are going to be in the way. I thought I'd get a head start and put the feet on. Yeah, that's not going to work. I got to pop these off. It's what I get for trying to get a head start. And in order to pop that off, do I have to? Yeah, got to take them off. That's okay. Good evening, Nick. How are you? Oh, that's the bigger. There we are. Oh, well. Oh, there goes one nut. So much for getting those things. So much for getting a head start on the feet. It's only the 2 I got to take off. The front 2 to get the motors in. And there goes a second nut I dropped, although this one didn't fall off the bench. Okay, so I need to. Oh, I guess I didn't. Oh yeah, I had to take that one off to get at the get at this bolt here. Okay, there we go. And the other one is an M3. There we go. Okay. I'll do the same over here. Okay. Come on, get out of there. Thought I'd be smart and get ahead of the instructions, but no. There we go. So this will pop in a lot easier now. get that threaded through there. There we go. And now I need M3 by 12. I'm going to need 5. I'm going to need 12 of these guys. Andrew Humphrey, hello. There's a few. Okay. And then, oh, orient the motor the right way. Aha. Just about got caught again. And then we're going to screw these in. So, I was just going to say, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. If you are Canadian, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. We just had our Thanksgiving weekend, just passed. Yesterday was Thanksgiving Day. It was a stat holiday. That's why I didn't stream on Sunday. And I had rescheduled my stream for Monday, but I totally forgot that I had committed to a couple customers on Monday to install some signs because we're having our second summer basically here. And Monday we were at 27 degrees Celsius, which is about, in your language, that would be 84, 85 degrees. It was a beautiful day to install signs. So, and that would have cut into my 3 o'clock proposed streaming time. So I had to cancel my stream, unfortunately. So I thought, well, since I had to cancel it, let's come on tonight for a little bit and continue this build and just say hello to everybody. Okay, come on, get in the hole. There we are. Hey, Shadell. Hello, sir. So get a little bit of this done and little bit by bit, but I am really, really happy with the color scheme of this so far. So no complaints there. I think I got all 4. Come on. And we'll double check this one. I didn't tighten this one. Oh, helps if I get it in the right spot. What am I doing here? Oh, I was on the wrong on the wrong screw. So that motor's in. Hey, 3D Medic Vince, good evening. Good evening, good evening. We're just continuing our Trident build here. And I just dropped a hammerhead from somewhere. I keep dropping nuts when I turn this thing over. That's okay. Hammerheads are okay to drop. And second motor in. Pop this down. Thread it through. There we go. Did you get a serial for this Trident when you put it together? No, I did not. I don't have any, I'll be honest with you. I have not applied for any serial numbers for any of my Vorons yet. I know I should. I think what I'll do is once I have them all running, including my 2.4 is running. One of my 0.1s is running, but I'm going to upgrade that to a 0.2. And of course, the other 0 is going to be upgraded to a Tri-0. Once I get everything up and running, I think I'll just submit them all at once for serial numbers. My voice isn't dropping lower each time my nuts drop. Oh, I'd have no voice. I'd have no voice at this point in time then, Andrew. I can't wait. Built mine and apply for a serial. Yeah. I suppose there's just a sense of satisfaction of having a finished product and having that serial number. And I'm okay if I don't get the serials, but I'll get them eventually. I will apply for them eventually. I mean, I did the work, got the printers working, so why not? I hope I don't drop any more nuts because I don't want Andrew making fun of me anymore. 3, and there's that elusive fourth one right there. Okay, there's the 2 motors, the front ones. Now we'll do our third one. Let me just flip through the instructions here, make sure I'm not. Apply lubrication. Well, we don't have to lubricate these rods. These are whatchamacallit, these are not silicone. I've lost my words. These threads they're not your typical threads. They're the black ones that are what's the word I'm looking for? I suppose you could lubricate them too, but they don't need it. There we go. And just 4 more of these. I took out a few more than I needed. Okay. Teflon. Thank you. Teflon. These are Teflon rods. Thank you. I brain fart, right? Couldn't think of the word. Thank Ballistic Tech. And hi, by the way. Yeah, and I've heard, and people are going to have different opinions, that you don't need to lubricate Teflon. Hence, that's, like you get a Teflon pan, you get a Teflon flipper, or, whatever you want to call it, spatula. They're Teflon because they don't need any additional grease. Your eggs don't stick to it. Your cheese doesn't stick to it. Your burnt milk doesn't stick to it. We've all seen those infomercials or those Costco displays where they're showing off their Teflon pans. Lube for life. There we go. Yeah. Teflon, lube for life. That's another nice thing about these LDO kits is they come with good parts like Teflon rods. Okay. Snug these guys up. I do these like I do my tires if you change tires in a car, corner to corner. When I can find the hole. There we go. And fourth one. Suppose I could have turned this the right way up after I got them in. Make it a little easier, but there we go. So all 3 Z rods are in. Okay. Let's see what the instructions say next. Here, you got how come I know, I have to launch a software program here before I can switch screens. Told you I wasn't totally prepped for this live stream stuff yet. I need to launch Companion. Where's my Companion shortcut? Where is Companion? Is that Companion there? No. Companion is a software that you run in conjunction with your ATEM or with your Stream Deck and the ATEM system in order to be able to switch. There it is right there. There's Companion. Okay. So Companion started now. That should turn my Stream Deck on with my icons. So let's get back to the screen here. Okay, there we are. Upgrading the hot end extruder on your VZ bots today. You're tired. Yeah, no kidding, right? And hello. Okay. So for some reason, my Stream Deck's not working. Even though I launched Companion, let's see. Launch GUI. Okay, that's fine. Don't need to do that. And let's minimize you. And yeah, oh, there we are. My buttons just popped up. They just popped up. So now I should be able to go like this. There we go, and share my display. Okay, so we've done that. We've put the motors in. fix that. So I'm skipping the applied lubrication part. Now we're going to, oh, here, see, now is where we put the 4 feet. Okay, 4 feet, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm missing. Oh, I thought, oh, I am missing an accent part right here. I did not print those. Okay. Okay, so these parts right here, you're seeing the accent part for the feet. I did not print. So fortunately, I have the ability. I'm going to have to take these off. In here, in my infinite wisdom, because I'm just building this, rebuilding it from scratch, mostly from my head, I was thinking, I wonder what these 3 holes are for on here. Now I know. Okay, so not a big deal. What I'll do, I have to laugh at myself when I make dumb mistakes like this. So otherwise, everybody else will just laugh at me anyways. So what I'll do is I will I'll pop on in. Let's get rid of this bit focus thing here. There we go. I'll pop on into my Trident here, and we'll find the STLs. And I believe this is under. Oh, is this going to be under skirt? Probably. No, it's not under skirt. Corner knob, shield, base plate, blah, blah, blah. I just got to find out what it's under. Gantry panels. Gantry. Infinite or infant-like? Infant-like, yes. Maybe drive user front idler's x-axis. I just have to find out where those parts are. Panels. It's got to be under panels. No, those are the panels. Tools. This is under tools? No. Electronics bay. No. It's got to be under the skirt. Under my skirt. 300. Skirt. Side skirt. No, these are the skirts. That's fine. Corner base plate. There they are, right there. They're under. That's what I thought. Corner base plate. So I need to download those. Okay, so let's open up my slicer here. Okay, let's get rid of these pieces that I also forgot to print. So let's just get rid of these. And let's go ahead and corner base plate B and corner base plate A. There we go. And then we're going to select them all. And we're going to change them to our orange sparkle. And we're going to auto arrange them. And we're going to clone. And we're going to clone. Now I can auto arrange them and they'll look a little better. My slicing settings are already fine. And we're going to slice the plate. And it's going to take 40 minutes to print them. So we'll go ahead and print the plate and send. Meantime, I can move on to other things. I can actually put the legs on. I can screw those things on later. There we go. Okay. So those are well on their way. I believe those will fit even with the feet on, but that's okay. So what I can do is we'll switch back over to this guy. So I can just put them back on, and yeah, those will fit. I can just screw those on around the feet, which is fine. So let's come back over here, and we'll put the other legs back on where they're supposed to go. And you can't really mix these up because there's an M5 and an M3. And yeah. So we'll put this back on. Doing things in the right order is relatively important, you know, when you're doing these. But when you're rebuilding it like I am and you think, I know where things go and what they do, then you tend to get a little little cocky and make mistakes like I do. But hey, that's what makes my channel so entertaining. That's entertainment. Well, at least I think it's entertaining. Because I said, I wonder what these 3 holes are for. That's weird. Oh, maybe they're air holes. Air holes. Yeah. Such an a-hole to think they're air holes. And let's just pop this little nut back in under here. I'll put the leg. Yeah, they'll definitely go on with the legs on. I can see it. Meantime, we'll just print those parts on our super fast bamboo P1S, formerly the P1P. There we go. I have another bamboo P1S on order. I have a customer. Amazon is my customer. And they have ordered an outrageous amount of widgets, is what I'm calling them. And I just delivered 2,000 of those widgets today. And need a leg for sure. Hey, Tripod. Hey, John, how are you? Who's this guy on the YouTubes? That's me. I haven't been banned yet. Good to see you, John. Thanks for being on here. I appreciate that. It's an honor when you come on my channel. Yeah, so I delivered 2,000 of the widgets to the main Calgary Amazon headquarters today. Oh my goodness, is it ever a massive place. I didn't get through security, but I saw through the windows and I saw their conveyor system, just the tiny portion of the conveyor system I could see. And I can just imagine. So I'm going to actually ask my contact there one day. I'd love to get a tour of of it and see what happens, and just to see how it all works. Well, I know how it all works, but I'd love to get a tour of that facility. I'm sure he can arrange it. Anyways, so I delivered the 2,000 pieces to the Calgary distribution center today. I've got 3,000 pieces that I have to produce now for the Edmonton facility. Vancouver's apparently going to be phoning me for 2,000 or 3,000 pieces. And then they're having a manager. I found this on the web. I'm not asking you anything, watch. Cancel. I hate when my watch talks back to me and I didn't even talk to it. And so there we go. And then they're having a meeting with all the managers from across the country later this week. And my local guy is going to refer me to be the supplier of these things across the country, which could be thousands. Now, I get the question quite often, why aren't you injection molding these things? Well, that's a whole other ball game. The cost of an injection mold to get and this is Amazon. They could have done this themselves, but they specifically wanted 3D printing. So, yeah, where did this bolt come from? Dropping bolts left, right, and center here. I think that one came out of one of these. No, not one of those. Oh, I think this might have been a spare one anyways. Anyways, we'll see. Okay, so we have the feet on. We're going to put the accent parts on after. Cannot talk about the U.S. Constitution. Okay. Talk about pew-pews and you get canceled. Yeah, well, yeah. Unless we're talking lasers, right? Yeah, that whole fiasco. Okay, so we're gonna get those accent parts on after. We've got all those nuts put in place already. That was from the original build. Yeah, I've got all the possible nuts and everything. Take the 5th. I'll take the 7th. It's 5th in the US, but when you convert it to Canadian, it's like 7. That is done. That is done. That is done. Done. Okay, now we're going to work on the x-axis. Cool, good. Okay, my X carriage looks a little bit different. There we go. So we're going to go boom, boom, blah, blah, boom. So I'm going to need some heat insets. And I just happen to keep my heat inset tool out. So, okay, let's start with this. Okay, there we go. Here, let me zoom out of this a bit so you guys can see me burn myself. I'm only going for about another half hour, 45 minutes. Just a quick stream tonight. Okay, so there we are. Here's our groovy heat inset tool. You guys recognize this. You guys know who designed this thing. Works good. I'm missing a zip tie here. Where's my zip tie? I'm missing a zip tie. I have to fix that. I'm anal that way. I'm going to find a little zip tie. Zippity tie tie, zippity tay. My oh my. Okay, here we go. Must have popped a zip tie one time. Ooh, it's small. Maybe that's why. Maybe I don't have any small enough zip ties. Anyways, we'll leave it. Let's heat you up. And we are looking for these two parts. And we are looking for a little square, roundish part. This guy right here. This guy right there. That's going to have two heat insets put in it. And then we're using these two, which is the doomer thingy mount where the hot end mounts to this doomer thingy. Love my technical terms. So we're going to be putting some heat insets in those. Let's get my... Where's my heat insets? They're in this case. Okay. LP asked you to review it. LP4 was going to agree to it until they said they wanted a positive review. Email went right to... Oh my goodness. I'd love to get the laser pecker. But John, there you go. Good for you for doing that, because that's just not right. Just not the way business is done. Yeah, give it a positive review and we'll, reimburse you. Yeah. And you can say, pull the other leg and it plays Jingle Bells, but I guess I can't say that for you, John. You'd fall down. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. People are going to disown me now. John knows I'm kidding. Yeah. I get the odd thing. People want to send me something, not things like you guys get, because I'm just a little peon maker here, but and they say, yeah, leave us a review, send us a link to the review and give us your PayPal and we'll give you a refund. And it's like, no. You know what? I was born at night. I just wasn't born last night. There we go. Got the heat inset in that little piece. You're so offended, John. I'm sorry, John. You can unsubscribe from me. This one goes. These ones go in there, I believe, and then that's in there. I think that's where these are going. Yes, it is. Okay, we have another one going in here. Okay. Perfect. And bamboo is all fired up. Yeah. Anyways, my story about the Amazon thing was, long story short, I've ordered another P1S. So I have double the production at my office. And then this one here behind me, when I'm not printing other parts, I'm running it on here as well. So when I get the second P1S, I'm going to be able to pump out 300 of those a day. So 3,000, say my order for Edmonton is going to take 10 days to do. If the orders for the rest of the country come through, I will be buying another 2-3 more printers. So, and they'll likely be bamboos. But I'm also going to look at the possibility of 2 A1 minis for the cost of a P1S. I think I have to check out the prices on those. Because, and then the volume I can get on 2 A1 minis versus 1 P1S. Oops, focus here, Tim. You don't want to screw these up. There we go. So we're going to look at that too. But if I get this Amazon order for across the whole country, then I'm going to be having a print farm just specifically for that job. And it's decent money I'm making on it too. So it's such a hard thing to know what to charge for a job like that, especially because each widget costs literally 2 or 3 cents with the amount of plastic it's being used in it. And you know, no, I don't need multi-material, Nick. It's just single color. Right now it's just all been black. And it's the first order I use mostly my stash of Polymaker black, but then I've just been ordering if you order Bamboo's black PLA, it comes, you get 25% off. You order 3 or more spools, and I think I've got a dozen of them on the floor now. So, and the first 6 I ordered were full ones, and the next 6 I ordered were just refills because they have those really cool reusable spools. Okay, do I need any heat insets in these pieces? I do not. Okay, I think that's it for heat insets. Okay, so let's pop this off. Let's move this aside. So as I made mention in my title on Sunday, is that the upgrades we're doing on this is we have the Ramus idlers on the front and back. We're doing the inverse electronics, and then we're also going to be doing the kinematic bed mount, which I have here from my good friend Andy over at 3D Lab Tech. So we're going to be doing that. And Andy is the one that's also going to be supplying me with the items I need for the Tri-Zero, which we're going to be building courtesy of KJ. I'm terrible sometimes with remembering acronyms, but as you might have seen on my last stream, MG20TX said that he would sponsor a Tri-Zero build, and he did right after the stream, sent me the funds in order to purchase the parts to build a Tri-Zero. So we are doing that. So yeah, maybe you need a belt printer to crank them out all day and all night. Possibly. Possibly. I don't know. The kicker is too that I have an IDEX printer sitting at my office, unplugged, collecting dust. It's the FlashForge Creator 3 Pro. I might just fire that up too, because then I can run them IDEX, which means I can run them twice as fast. Or can I? I suppose I can. Yeah, so I may look at doing that too. But the Bamboo is cranking them out pretty quick for me. When I get this one here going with them and the one at the office going with them, I was doing 300 a day. Now, if I get the one at the office, when I get my new P1S, which is coming in Monday, there's 300 a day there. And if I get another 150 a day going here, there's 450 a day. So I want to get to a point, if we get the Canadian orders, I want to be able to crank out 1,000 a day. So we'll see what happens. I get 52 to a sheet, but I only count it as 50 and I keep spares. So not that I need to, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay. So we just finished heat insetting those 2 pieces right there. Now we are going to build ourselves some XY joints. So that's what we're going to be doing right here. You just gave away a Neptune 3 Max, another new person in 3D printing. Awesome, John. Good job. Awesome. I like when you big influencers do that, give away your printers. That's awesome. Looks like IRF was a really good time. I'm sorry I couldn't make it this year, but hopefully maybe Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival. David Wilson's been talking to me about coming up here and going down there with me, and he said he'd cover all expenses. So I'm gonna chat with him about that. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I need this part here. It looks like we're going to do the right XY joint first. IRF was good, yeah. I watched a bunch of videos from it. I watched your video where you asked people to talk about 5 things, and it was great. I just wish I could have been there. One of these days, I'm going to get to one of them. I will get to one of them. Okay, I need M5 by 40. So I may as well grab a couple of these because we're going to have 2 idlers, and this is where we're going to stack some bearings and stuff. Now, do I need some nuts when I'm done this? Be going to Rocky Mountain. Okay, cool. Ballistic Tech volunteered at IRF. Awesome. Magento X is very shiny. Magento X. Magento X. Oh, that new Magneto. Magneto X, yes. That looks like an interesting printer. M5 nuts. M540. We're going to need 2 more. So looks like we're going to need... yeah, it looks like I'm going to need 6 M540s altogether. 1, 2. I have to be careful. Some of these are full thread, some aren't full thread. I'm just going to use the full thread ones because that's what they show. So 6 of those altogether. Okay, so I can put that away for now. Okay, now my bearings and such. I need to get my bearings here. There they are. They're all in here. Bearings and my shims. Hopefully I haven't lost what's in there. There we go, there's shim. Okay, I can actually, I'm not going to need that part for a bit, so I can throw that off to the side. And I don't think I'm going to need those 2 pulleys. Okay, so we're going to put our M5 through this hole here. Stop rolling around through here. Speaking of pew-pews, I got this X-Tool 20-watt laser I got. I love this thing. Okay, so we need a shim. I'm excited to try the infrared module on it for etching and engraving, or just etching on metals. So the infrared module should make a big difference for that. Okay, so we got that stack on there. This is the one with the cord thing in it, yeah. And the next one, we're going to put 3 nuts in the top part for this, which is this one here, which is going to be there. Okay, so I need 3 M5 nuts, which is right here. Great pew-pew. It is, isn't it, John? It's the first, I'm going to call it, quote unquote, real laser I've had. Because I don't consider my after playing with this one, the 5.5 watt ones are just, they're child's play, if you ask me, in my opinion. So I'm just going to pull these nuts through with the pull method here, which actually I didn't need to do because they're just nice and loose. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to take this, I'm going to stack this through this one like so. I do need to put that M5 nut in there. Come on. Come on. There we go. And then let's just get that a head start. No. Are you not gripping? Guess I need to get this nut in there further. Yeah, I've done some pretty cool stuff on this laser so far. I made a it's buried under there, but I made a pen holder. I'm going to be doing some bamboo pens. I made a pretty cool pen holder for displaying bamboo pens. Done a few cool things. Okay, let's see if I can get this to bite that nut. No, I need to push that nut down further. Let's see. Maybe I'm doing this prematurely. Let's look at the next step. Oh, this is fine. Oh. Well. Okay. For some reason, that is not. I'm not getting any bite on my bolt. I was using the. Oh, that hurts. I was using the wrong size hex key. There we go. Helps if you use the right size hex key. Just saying. Okay, then we're going to run these two through. And we're going to put nuts on the other side of this. Yeah, and here, we'll use the right size hex key this time. That'll make a little bit of a difference. Yeah, see? Makes a world of difference. Oops. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. So we'll snug these. I don't think I need to tighten these quite yet. And now we need one of these planetary, whatever you want to call these. Man, look at all the belt residue on them. Obviously something was misaligned. So we need another M5 by 40. Hey, Richard McLean, how are you, sir? So this one's going to come down through here and through this. And if I'm not mistaken, that just threads. Don't over tighten the bolt. Use the position the idler is bolted directly into the plastic. Okay, so this idler, and there's no spacers or no shims. Okay, so this just threads directly into the plastic. And I do not over tighten. Must spin freely, and it is spinning freely. Okay. That was not hard to thread into that plastic at all. Hopefully it was, yeah, I think it was okay. Because it's not like it's going to fall out. Okay, well, I think I can snug these other ones up. I'm not going to overly tighten them. So as long as that's moving and as long as that idler's moving, then I think we're okay for that. Okay, there's the one done. I pinched myself with these pliers. Looks like the same colors I'm building your second Trident. Nice, yeah. This is Polymaker Sparkle Gray ABS and Polymaker Sparkle Orange ABS. So the colors are actually quite complementary to each other. So yeah. I wasn't sure if I was gonna. Excuse me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like that color combination, but I do like that color combination. So okay, here we go. This one. So that's interesting. This one's going. Looks like we're gonna put an M5 here, and that just pops right through the hole, which is weird. That's the way it goes. So then we have a shim. Oops. So yeah, this one just kind of pops right through that hole. But so we have a shim. And make sure I get the right kind of bearing here. Bearing, and a shim. Okay, and that sits right on there. Okay, and then we're going to put the nuts in again, which is fine. So we'll just grab our nuts and line our nuts up here. Guess I'm going to have to do it the old way. Hey, James. Hey, Build It Basement Kermit, how are you? I assume you got all the relevant emails today, Kermit. I was CC'd on everything. Thanks, Randy. Okay, so we have those. Now we're going to... That is going into the first one here, like so. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this tightened in or started. There we go. That's really, I just dropped my nuts. That's really weird because that just sort of sits just sort of like that in there. Oh, well, I'm not, who am I to question? Okay. And then we go down through. Yeah, we're just going to, the other two, which are those ones. Right here. Am I short? Yeah, I've got to get a few more M5s out here. A couple more anyways. 40s. There we go, and that goes down through there. Now I got to put some nuts on this side. There we go. And we'll snug these up. And the second one. There we go. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, no problem, Kermit. No problem at all. My pleasure. And then we're going to put this other idler in. And I believe it's the same nut, M540. And it is going to thread directly into the plastic as well. Did I grab a fifth M? No, I need one more M540. That'll work. And then this toothed pulley goes in here. And we lightly thread this into the plastic without over tightening so that that freely spins. So that's good. So we'll just make sure everything is snugged. Freely spinning, and our bearing here is freely spinning. We're good. Okay, so there's our, so I have lots of spare parts here yet. I'm always paranoid that I'm forgetting something when I have spare parts, but I'm sure they're going to come in useful a little later. Hey, Snapshot. We're just getting a little bit of a stream in here on the Trident, only going for another 15-20 minutes. Just wanted to come on a bit because I missed the weekend and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so we are at this point right here. So we've basically got our XY joint, our right and our left XY joints all put together. Okay, so next thing we're going to get our, well, this we don't have to do. We've already done that because we're using a different doomer thingy here. So we're going to be at this stage right here. So what we're using on this one is this is where we're using this lightweight, I don't even know what you call this. I call it the girder, construction girder lightweight type thing. This is already put together and it's ready to go. So yeah. So we've left these two end bolts loose so that my thing on doomer here doesn't just slide off the end and I end up having to pick up my balls up off the floor again. So this is basically all set and ready to go. So what we need to do is grab our appropriate one. So our x-axis, so this is the one we want right here. And rail to the front, and this is going to slide in here, and that is going to be M5 by 10s on the top. That should slide in nicely. If I've done this right, there it is perfectly, and the holes look like they're lined up just nicely in there, like so. So let's get my M5 by 10s, 2 of these. And they fit just perfect. So these, when you get this rail, whatever you want to call it, it comes with these inserts that you can kind of see. It's like an insert plug where you put two M5 heat insets in there, 2 on the front, 1 on the back, and then you plug that insert in, and that kind of self-aligns itself to this. And then on the bottom, we need an M5 by 30 with a shim. So we have an M5 by 30, and I just put those shims away. See? I knew I needed those shims. M5 shim. And this goes on the bottom through this one right here. That's the right hole. And where's my, there it is. Okay, there we go. There's that one. Oh, it's supposed to be button head. That's not a button head. M5 by 30 button head. Dum-da-da. I don't know if it makes a difference, but yeah. M5 by 30 button head. There you are. You gorgeous little button head, you. Just a lower profile. There we go. So we have our M5 by 30s on the front, and that was our M5 by 30 on the bottom with the shim with the button head screw. Okay, now I believe we're just going to move on to the other side. Leave lightly tighten bolts. Okay, so we're going to loosen them off a bit. Okay, so we're leaving them loose because when we put this on, it's going to sort of all snug itself in. So we'll just leave them just slightly, yeah, like that, and yeah, like that. So there's like a little bit of play in there. Okay, now we're going to come to this side. So now I can go ahead, tighten up that last bolt on the linear rail. And I can do this one too. I just promise I'm not going to let that slide off the end. There we go. So slide this one in place on this end. There we go. And we need the, oh, they got the bottom one going in first on this one. I wonder if that's on purpose. They don't show, yeah, we don't put the top ones in yet. Oh, because we got to put that little chain anchor on it. Okay, cool. So I need the other M5 by 30 button head. I need another shim. There it is. Well, this one we're going to put on the bottom first. Come on, get through there. There we go. In here. Okay, so there we go. There's our gantry all sort of set up. Lightweight, apparently. I don't know how much difference it's going to make, but it looks cool. So what the heck? It just looks cool. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put this on. So let's turn this around. Oh, it gets heavier every time I add something. Go figure. Okay, so we'll slide our sliders sort of over this way, and we will go ahead and, what size screws do I need for this? I need M3 by 16s. M3 by 16. So it looks like we're going to 4 on the one side and 2 on the other side. M3 16s. Okay. Just got to find them here. M3 16s. 1, 2. Oh, wrong ones. That can't be. M3 16 socket heads. That's what I need right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for now. Okay, we got 6 of those. And we are putting, let's make sure I have this facing the right way. So we're coming in here. And we're going to mount this up here and up here. So let's go ahead and, so on this side, what's going on here? Richard McLean, thank you so much. Hey, wow, hang on, let me get to the proper window here. $10 soup. Thank you so much, Richard McLean. I appreciate that. And for that, you get, oh, let me hit that button over there so that my screen comes up. You get, for doing that, this. You ready? Set?
Super chat.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Doing a fancy toolhead PCB or lots of wires in the chain? I don't know yet, MG. I don't have the fancy toolhead PCB, or do I? I might have one of them laying around. I'll have to look and see. So this is a 3D Experiments. This isn't a new build. This is a rebuild of that ugly, colorful Trident I first built. I took it apart. Soup. I don't have any soup. I took it apart and decided that I wanted to rebuild it and make it look better. And plus, I'm doing a lot of I'm doing a lot of upgrades to it. Like we're doing the Ramus front end idlers, we're doing the inverted electronics, we're doing kinematic bed mount. I haven't decided on a hot end yet. I don't think I need to worry about that at this point in time. But we're gonna decide what kind of a hot end to do, and then of course MG20 here said, you know, do I want to do a fancy toolhead PCB? I got to see what I have on the floor here, see what I have in stock for it. What? I'm not even going to attempt to read that. So on the right-hand side, I'm only putting the 2 screws that are in towards the back. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that I got that correct. So on this side, we're only putting the 2 screws that are going towards the back. So let's go ahead and, I just want to get them secured with 1 for now anyways. And if I can find the hole. Okay, there's the 1 secured. Hold this up. And let's get the second one in here. And once I get this held up, I'm going to let it go because I just don't want to break anything here. There we go. Whoa, come on. There we go. Now I just got to find the hole. That's what she said. Okay, that's why this needed to stay loose, because that is a little bit. Can't quite get this lined up. Let's come bring you right to the front. Let's bring you right to the front. And let's pull you over. There we go. I think we'll find it now. Come on. There it is. Got it. Okay, so we're going to put all 4 of these in. If I can find the holes. There it is. Those are soups. Okay, I never heard of those soups. Never heard of them. They're new to me. I can't even pronounce it. I don't know if I'd eat anything that I can't pronounce the name of. And the fourth one, right. I could feel my way into that one. Let's get this snugged up. And we're putting the second one in here. We're only putting 2 in here for now. For whatever unknown reason. I'm sure it's something to do with aligning or de-racking. But that's super, super smooth. Okay. So there's where we're at so far. Oops. Oh, there we go. So this is really smooth. There's no binding there at all. It's a good thing. Okay, now, so we are at this point right here. We've put the 2 in and it says missing some bolts. Yeah, the other 2 bolts will be installed later. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay, now we come here and now this is where we're going to put our cable chain anchor in, or our drag chain anchor doomer thingy. So we're going to need some M5 by 16s. So back to the M5. What's holding that from not closing? Why are you? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is going on here? Sorry, my little screw case. One of the covers in my screw case is, there we go, decided to go rogue on me. Okay. M5 by 16s. 1 and 2. There we go. And the part we're looking for is this guy right here, I believe. Yes, it is. Except what we're doing here is our drag chain has 2 holes, so we're using a 2-hole version of this guy here. Okay, so this goes on here with the M5 by 16s. Super smooth. MGX20, you think XYN stops go on together with the last 2 bolts. Oh, that's probably exactly what it is. It's been a while since I put this together. So I think that's exactly what it is. I think you hit the head on the nail there. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So we're going to leave these loose as well. Although they don't say to leave these 2 loose. So we'll see. A lot of this I'm trying to go by memory, but at my age, I don't know if I can trust my memory so much. There we go. That's on there now. And we are actually quite square too. I mean, we are perfectly square here. Okay. Let's see what we got going next here. We got a few minutes left. We got those on. Squaring the gantry. Move the gantry all the way to the back until it hits the A and B drive on both sides. Fully tighten all screws on the X-axis. Well, we just did that. And I'm happy to report that it was pretty much square on its own. I mean, it doesn't move either way. So now I can tighten all the screws. Oh, you're coming out of there. What's going on with that? I tighten that up. These little, these things come off. Parts for my legs are finished. Okay, so this is all back there. So we're going to tighten all these screws. And of course, I got the wrong wrench. Duh. Okay, so this is back. So we're going to tighten this one. Come on. Tighten this one. Well, these 2 I've already tightened. We're going to come underneath and tighten these ones underneath here. Okay, and this one. Okay, we'll double check. smooth. I mean, I can't fling it all the way forward and back, but it is smooth with no binding. Good. Okay. Voron Legacy, da, ba, da, ba, da. Oh, it looks like we're ready to run belts. Well, we're not ready to run belts. So what we're going to do, since if we just come on over here. Oh, hello. We just finished printing those parts for the feet, for the legs, right here on the hot. Oh, that was 100 degrees, wasn't it? On the hot plate. That's hot. Okay. Come on, cool off a little bit. Just a little bit warm. Leave the idlers idle. Universal rule. Right out of the oven. You could say that again. Don't tighten the ones with the idlers. No, the idlers, the ones with the idlers stayed loose. That was this one back here, and then that was the other, or sorry, that was this one here, and then that was this one here. They stay idle. Yeah. Okay. We have those pieces. So now that that's printed, I can actually go ahead on this guy, leave the door open, and I will just really quickly, I'll do that later. I'm going to start another run of my widgets. So now, let's turn this upside down again. And this will be our last item we do tonight. I got to go back and see what size screws those we're going to take. Those are going to take M3 by 6s, button heads. And they just, so we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 of them. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, these are just going to thread right into the thing itself, but I've got to make sure I get the right ones. There, that's that one. M3 by 6. Is this the right wrench? Right key it is. Here we go. Didn't turn the camera back. Oh, there we go. Here, let's zoom in on that a little bit. So there we go. Yeah, it looks good. Kind of gives it that little bit of a finishing look, right? So and don't over tighten because I'll strip them. And this one. There we go. Yeah, I really like that orange and gray combination. It's pretty cool. So we'll go here next. And that is that one. Not allowed proper live stream unless I draw blood. Well, no blood yet. I didn't even, I won't say I burned myself. I'll say that I held a hot plate. You're not going to get it. Sorry, you're not going to get any blood tonight, 3D Experiments. Hate to disappoint. I mean, I could go up and do my blood sugar test where I have to poke my finger and bleed, but that's kind of cheating. Oh, look at that. Got that one. No injuries since I went upstairs. Yep, I've got that plaque right in the front. From this camera view, you can see it right there. Ha ha. That's a good universal rule, though. Leave the idlers idle. Otherwise, they would be called fixers, fixlers, instead of idlers. Come on. There we are. Okay, and one more. Uno más. Uno más. Then I'm out of here and go up, say goodnight to the little Ethan. Come on, get in the hole. There we go. Don't say it. Two more screws. And we're well underway to getting this thing rebuilt. The inverted electronics are going to be interesting because I don't know how I'm going to mount a few things. It's so new to me, but they look cool, which I guess is the main thing. There we go. Okay. So there's the little accents on the legs done. Yeah, there, look at that. X gantry just slides nice and free. So there we're at. And again, for those who didn't see, these are the Ramus idlers. So these little things just sort of pop off to the front, and then we tension the idlers with these bolts here. And then the little covers just pop on back on with magnets. They look really cool. Not as bulky as the other idlers. So yeah. And then we are going to be doing the kinematic. We're going to be doing the kinematic bed mount for it, which is from my friend at 3D Lab Tech. And that's it. That's all. So we, right here. I want to thank everybody for chilling with me for a little bit here. If you're still here, awesome. If you're not still here, how nice of me, huh? Okay, guys, listen, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, James. 3D Experiments, MGX20, 3DX. Who else was here? Richard McLean was here. James L was here. Thank you, Richard McLean, for the $10. I appreciate that. I'll buy some soup for my next stream. Kermit was here. We had Randy Levin. If I miss you, forgive me. We had Cliff. John was here. Tripods. Nick, Ballistic Tech was here. And you all know who was here. Jeff Thorson. And yeah, if I missed you, forgive me. And if I said your name twice, it just means I like you better. Just kidding. Okay, guys, listen, have a wonderful night, and we'll catch all you guys next time I go live. So take care. Bye for now.